Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading of today, a Tuesday, here at MadWorldTarot. Today we are looking at the Princess of Wales, and I am using the Lightseers Tarot for today, and it's very much her tarot deck for me as a reader, and so I'm going to stick with it. Second reading on her today, and I'm going to look at the story that Us Weekly printed according to Palace Insiders. I'm not sure why Palace Insiders would be talking to Us Weekly, but anyway, the story goes that the Princess of Wales may never come back in the role people saw her in before. So basically a change of pace, a change of direction, that she's possibly going to be a stay-at-home princess is the way some people are interpreting this, that she may really keep out of the limelight, stay at home. I have seen astrologers talking about it and saying she's got her moon in her 12th house, if I'm remembering correctly. That would indicate somebody that would withdraw from public life and live a very private life. So I have heard it from sources other than Us Weekly. So I think it's time to look at this and see if we're going to see a change in the profile that she presents when she finally does decide that she's ready to come back into public life, or her doctors tell her she's ready to come back into public life. What is going on? What kind of this? She's showing up as the Queen of Pentacles, just interestingly. That's her doing her duty. I saw in the previous reading her come through as the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords, which is quite different energy to the energy she's presented as before. For me as a reader, and it's remind you as I shuffle these cards that this is just tarot for fun and entertainment. It is all my opinion, it's all speculation, and I just read energy here. That Page of Wands keeps popping up with her, and there is a disclaimer in the box below. I think we are ready. The sun is setting suddenly. It's gone very dark. I hope I can make it through this reading. I started off in glorious sunlight, but when it gets going here, it goes down really quickly, and I have moved everything and my tarot table included in the everything, so I'm adjusting to a slightly different space and different light and different energy. Felt like we needed new energy, and we have it. Okay, we've got the cards flying now. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see the Five of Cups, which was there. Let's see what's going on with Catherine and her future role. Who's she going to present as? What's she going to be doing? And hopefully you can see in the gloom. I might have to pause and put on the dreaded ring light. We'll see how we go. I know that it looks different on screen, so hopefully you can see through the gloom. She's showing up again. Queen of Pentacles. She's showing up in reverse. So it was necessary for me to see it upright, and now we have got it as our underlying energy in reverse. This is the change that people are talking about. This is somebody who's gone from a very stable earth sign princess, Capricorn in her case, high status woman, very, very much the person who puts the effort in and supports everyone else, but now in reverse, needing support. Not being as consistent and reliable as she was previously. Pushed herself too hard, perhaps, and now it's all change. So that's what we're talking about. It's amazing how tarot comes through in moments like this and gives me exactly the symbolism of the reading that I am trying to do here. So let's see the heart of the matter. What are we dealing with? The Page of Swords. We got somebody here who is having a think. They're preparing a new strategy. She is, while she's withdrawn from us, she is really doing some soul searching with that card. And that Page of Swords. Page of Swords is also rumors and speculation. I have to put that out there. which is one of the things that the card represents. So people are speculating. People are doing tarot readings on it. People are wondering what she is going to do when she comes back to make allowances for her changed health situation. Page of Swords is research and study and exploration, investigation, strategizing, preparing. She, in my opinion, while she is away from us, is doing some very serious soul searching, talking to people. How can she do this, do that without so much energy being drained from her? It's not a sinister card. It's a strategy when she eases herself back into public life, preparing for it. What's the problem? What's the obstacle, the challenge? What's blocking her? And we got the Hanged Man. She needs to see things differently. So this is true. However, sneering I was when I was saying, why would a Palace Insider talk to us weekly? We're looking at the energy here, and the energy is true, as far as I can tell as a tarot reader. The Hanged Man is somebody who's in limbo, somebody who is out of circulation, somebody who is looking at things differently while they are dangling there in limbo, looking at things differently, thinking, okay, I don't always have to do the sport and do the whatever that maybe would be quite challenging for her while she's recovering from major abdominal surgery and also chemo. It can be done differently. Let's think about it. How can this happen? And we saw it with, and I don't want to associate the two too much, but we saw it with the late Queen, who made abundant use of Zoom. Technology came to her rescue when she was very ill and really not wanting to make it too public and make a fuss about it. And so Zoom was very useful. So she's thinking about how she can do things differently. That is absolutely in the energy. What's going on behind the scenes? I think we've already got a very good picture of what's going on behind the scenes. But what is going on behind the scenes? The Lovers. And that's interesting because this article goes on to say, a part that I didn't quote, that in this time, this away time, she is reconnecting with Prince William. There it is, the Lovers. Powerful energy of the two of them, really renewing their bond as a couple, getting to appreciate each other more. I don't want to get X-rated here, but it's apart from that spicy stuff, there is the intimacy of spending time together. And maybe it is, I've been spending too much time, he's been spending too much time on his projects, I've been spending too much time on my projects, and we actually need to do things differently. We need to be more focused as a couple and spend more time together as a couple, and that's interesting. So there's the Lovers. It's also about choices, the Lovers. How do you spend your time? Who do you spend your time with? Where do you put your focus? Who do you join forces with and go into partnership with? So there's a lot of thought going on here. That's a thinking card, the Page of Swords. The Hanged Man is the ultimate thinking card, because while you are in limbo like that, you have nothing to do but think and ponder. And so what's her goal for her new role, how she sees herself? The Hierophant is still absolute loyalty to the royal family, which is quite incredible, given the fact that I don't think it's been reciprocated as it should have been. That's my own personal opinion. I'm not going to go on a huge anti-royal family rant, but I have seen in readings that she has been quite aggrieved by the fact that there's been loyalty perhaps to the ones in Montecito, as she's been left hanging. The sacrifice, the Hanged Man is the sacrifice, and the sacrifice is now ill and no longer able to be the loyal, supportive, dutiful one, but still her focus is on getting back on the job. The Hierophant, the royal family, getting back to doing her duty, supporting the monarchy, really. But there's also in the Hierophant is the teacher aspect of the card, the learning aspect of the card. So maybe some lessons learned, and so maybe some lessons learned for everyone in the royal family about how to treat the married-ins, and not taking the loyal and faithful ones for granted, while the awful blood ones get away with almost murder. How has she viewed her role in the past? It really is truly quite gloomy now. We have the Nine of Swords in reverse. It was torment for her. Just absolute torment for her. It's the anxiety, worry, nightmare card. It's in reverse. She really had to expend a lot of energy. She had to dig deep to survive. I think she's a very shy person, private person, wouldn't have leapt at the opportunity to grab the mic from someone who was midway through a speech, as Meghan did famously in Nigeria, and start spouting on word salad. That's not her style at all. She's much more reserved and British, perhaps. And that Nine of Swords for me tells me that she really got very anxious, and she might have some, and I'm not diagnosing, I'm speculating, she might have some sort of almost anxiety disorder that manifests in certain ways that have had some health consequences, and more than that I do not wish to say. Let's move to what's coming next, near future. And we have the High Priestess in reverse. Not out of the woods and not in a comfortable place yet, because it's being very intuitive, very in touch with the divine, the High Priestess. It's also just being hidden. The Mysteries card. We might get glimpses of her. There might be more rumors. They're bound to be more rumours. I think that's almost a given with this High Priestess in reverse, that we might hear some quite disturbing rumours about her. But we also might, on the plus side of this card, we might get glimpses of her. Almost quite spooky. And quite weird. Weird energy coming through. It's spooking me. And I don't mean it in a sinister way. But it's almost like, was that her? Did you see that person there in the background there? Almost, it's that moon in the 12th house. If it is, if I'm misremembering, it's there in the energy somewhere. Anyway, this very mysterious presence. How does she view her role now? What does she see herself as? King of Wands. Much more passionate. She might become more outspoken with that King of Wands. I think she's tried not to rock the boat, and that's Hierophant. Don't rock the boat. Just do what you're supposed to do. This is a much more charismatic energy, more adventurous. You could see there's a lion in the background. Travel, adventure, inspiration, creativity. She might want to tour more, but in a different way. Instead of the tours where everybody just looks at what clothes she's wearing and has she lost 5 pounds or gained 10 pounds, or what's going on with her hair, or is that a wrinkle, or, you know... this is different. This is more real in some ways. Even though it's quite a showy card, it's more. She might. I'm almost getting show up in ripped jeans in a refugee camp. It's that kind of vibe that's coming through to me. If you want me to care about stuff, stop caring about what clothes I'm wearing and how thin I am, and start worrying about the causes that I worry about. It's coming through quite powerfully in that card. So what's the pressure that she's under here? And it's the Temperance card in reverse. Impatience. the Temperance card is about moderation. It's about managing expectations as well, because it's about patience. Okay, everybody just calm down, just wait. I have to heal. I have to reprioritize. I have to reimagine myself while I'm in this transformation. It's the butterfly thing. She's in her cocoon. She's going to come out different. This kind of process that she's going through, of course, is going to change her. So Temperance, be patient, everyone. Stop putting pressure on me to show up when I'm not ready to show up just yet. And also for herself, learning moderation. I don't think that she has been moderate in her behaviors, and I don't mean that in a negative or critical way. I just think that in her desire to do her duty and to look her best and whatever, she's probably pushed herself. I've said that a lot in readings. It's energy that's consistent. She's put pressure on herself. She needs to take that pressure off herself. Hopes and fears for her in the pitch dark now we are. And we have this Three of Cups in reverse. It's the Three of Cups, yeah. I think she's worried that her life is now tainted. It's got the shadow on. That this kind of carefree aspect of her life is gone. And I think it went a long time ago, but it's friends, it's celebrating, it's having a good time, it's letting your hair down. I think she feels life has got very serious, very, very, very serious. And who can she trust? Who can she have fun with? Can she have fun? Are there good times still in her life? Understandable energy as well. And the outcome for her, this new role, what are we going to see? We're going to see the Five of Wands. She might have some conflict around this. Some people who don't approve, don't agree with the new direction she wants to take things in. It's testing. The Five of Wands is jockeying for position, is challenging things, competing with people. I'm getting the sense that she might be more outspoken about things that she previously would have shut up about. She might want to have her voice more. We always hear the other one talking about her voice and how she was silenced. But this is allow me to assert myself. The Five of Wands. Allow me to be who I really am. That's what's coming through for me. So I do think we're going to see difference. I feel it strongly with this King of Wands down here. But it's going to take her a while to figure this out, because I think that she's got the courtiers to contend with, some bit fuddy-duddy rules maybe. I know that's not appropriate for you to do, and that kind of thing. But in trying to assert herself, I think a lot of this Hanged Man energy is, I was not allowed to be who I really am. And now I've figured out who I really am. Early 40s is often a moment when people really figure out who they are, which is why you often get people separating at that age. But here we've got the Lovers. The opposite has happened for them. They seem to have come closer to each other, but she's got her work cut out in trying to make this new path for herself, make this new model for Princess of Wales. It is quite an active, sporty card. I was saying here, sports maybe, or in the previous reading, I can't remember which now, they've merged, that maybe she's going to have to figure out different ways of doing stuff. She might figure out that she needs to be out and about in different environments, and it becomes more about that. That she might just always show up in the same pair of jeans, and just get used to it, everyone, because I'm only here for the cause, I'm not here for the clothes. Anyway, that's my assessment of this, my interpretation of the energy, and I wish her the best. And thank you all for watching, and I wish all of you the best as well, and I will see you again tomorrow.